football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Rutgers Scarlet Knights and the Wisconsin Badgers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with the Wisconsin head coach before the game. Ranked in the top 25 with high expectations to start the season, that Week 0 loss shocked everyone. With a bye week to look at their issues, try to get things corrected, this is a crucial game today. Can they be the team everyone thought they were before the season started? We'll find out today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Scarlet Knights ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Wisconsin's offense will get the ball first. Malachi Coleman, the transfer from Minnesota. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. From the gun on third down, Joseph. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Badgers look to keep this drive humming. On the run, it's Dupree. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference, but now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
The Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. Tough run here. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing Joseph. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
He'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Scarlet Knights offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Makes the grab. It's Hopkins. He's loose down the middle. He's at the all the way. Touchdown, Rutgers.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this could be a scary unit.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
Set to advance on the football.
On the return, it's Rigby. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Out wide left, it's Kearney. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Badgers in a good spot here with second and short. On the run, it's Dupree. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Joseph. Caught in the backfield, it's Dupree. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. 5 receivers across the formation. It's 2nd and 11. He's going to take off. At midfield, he's got room. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Going with the ground game left. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. Keep it on the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. The run inside. It's Hill. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Play action on 1st down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. On play action. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
The offensive line's got to get it together, giving up a sack on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The Scarlet Knights send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Second and long here. Throwing Joseph. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback?
Mason just plowing ahead. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, it is Rutgers on top here at the end of the quarter. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Might as well run him again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
That's a really good job by this defense because second and short, a lot of times, you're thinking pass. You're thinking they're going to try to make that big play because they're set up in a good spot. They did a great job still getting penetration, shutting down the run. Now, third and short time. Probably.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, Joseph. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on fourth down. Great place to start for this offense. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Anthony. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. They can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. They want to throw it. He'll get rid of it. On target over the middle. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Rutgers offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Sells the run, looking to pass. Left side is Anthony. Runs through a man. He might have space. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. This is a designed run. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Quick give. It's Hill. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. And the Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Searching for space. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of... And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. That holding call backs them up 10. It's now 1st and 20. Joseph. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Changing the routes with his receivers. 2nd down to the air. Over the middle, complete to Coleman. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Oh, it's picked off. Turning it on. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. Long way to go on 2nd down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Under pressure. And they got it.
But how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good talking to coaches this week, and he gets his 1st sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their 1st sack.
The Scarlet Knights will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Making his first move. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Throwing Joseph. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Snapped it in the shotgun. He'll try to do it himself. Crosses the 45. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find the answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be fourth down. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Hits inside, it's Hill. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Stopped again. At least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Now the Scarlet Knights call timeout. It's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Using his legs, it's Hill. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Scarlet Knights decide to punt it away. On the return. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Working the middle. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking to the big tight end. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. They'll need a bunch on second down. Joseph. Middle of the field, Coleman's got it. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. And as we get deep in this first half, a first and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. DB's right up on the receivers. Straight ahead, it's Hill. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with Iowa, taking on the Iowa State Cyclones. And it's the Hawkeyes, with the lead right now in the first half in a battle of 1-0 teams. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is. Now back to your game inside Camp Randall Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Badgers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, it's Hill. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Maybe he can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. He wants to throw it. The sure hands, it's Hopkins. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Looking for space, it's Hill. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They give it to him again. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Keeps it on the option, and he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Has to have it on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Not even a moment of anxiety in that decision. 4th and 1? Yep, we're going.
Oh, this isn't even a discussion in the headset. Like, this is automatic, autopilot. Like, 4th and 1, we're going for it every single time.
He's got the first down. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So a drive there of 84 yards, and it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his 25. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Badgers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
Throwing Joseph. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It's third down, and the line to gain is the 36. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. The Badgers have this offense rolling. Fresh set of downs going up top. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. Running the red zone. It's Dupree. Got enough space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Badgers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Badgers! They're not going away in this upset bid as they have answered with a score of their own. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They took it 68 yards on that drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Murray. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Swamped immediately.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on second down. Out wide right, it's Teray. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receiver, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
And they can't make the connection on third down. The Scarlet Knights will bring the punt team onto the field.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. He'll pull it down and run. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. 2nd down coming up. Running inside. It's Dupree. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain. The Badgers with the 1st and 10. Joseph rushes on, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. Looking for room. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Out wide left, it's Thomas. Makes a grab and room to run. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. Headed into the final period, both of these backs have been strong so far and looking to be able to finish. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the 4th quarter. So 1st down will open up the final period. Tells to run, wants to pass. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. 2nd and long here. The run inside. It's Hill. Down he goes.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys, and they're 4-1. They got the job done.
And the Scarlet Knights will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Right side, it's Dupree. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throwing Joseph. That's reeled in. It's Kearney. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And he's brought down after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And as a defense, you're going to give up plays, and receivers are going to make nice catches, but it's your job to limit the damage. Great job by the defense. As soon as he catches the football, they get him on the ground. Don't allow any of those big plays after the catch.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning him here to save some clock.
Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Joseph. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Going for it all. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is,
and, you know, it does look as if they're going to leave the offense out there. And I guess you look at time and score, you can kind of understand a field goal doesn't help you that much. Gets rid of it. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Quick give. It's Hill. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. A first down for the offense. Out wide right, it's Toure. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Scarlet Knights come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helped.
He's loose on the right. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Rutgers! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
how nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
And he puts through the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Rigby. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Misses badly on that one.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
From the gun on third down, Joseph. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time. Likely their final drive. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Wisconsin, 24.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing Joseph. He's taking the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
He's going to run it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw one first. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. After the holding penalty, 1st and 20 for this offense. Right side, it's Kearney. They've got him corralled.
And on offense right now, you're at a juncture here of the game in the 4th quarter, trailing the way you are. You can't punt anymore. Execution has got to be at a premium. And on that 4th down,
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Joseph to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with the W.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Right back to the well. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
it's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Makes the grab down the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. With the clock running, this should be the final play.